For many Jews today, Tzionut is just some old-fashioned word. That doesn't mean much, it's just some pride that you feel when an Israeli startup is successful or seeing the flag.
There are communities in the diaspora looking for leadership, people that want to be inspired.
Role models in my life growing up, Rabbanim, Shlichim, who had such a positive influence on me.
We need to reconnect to the real Tzionut, to the beating heart of the Jewish people, to Eretz Yisrael.
When I went on Shlichut 18 years ago as a young rabbi in South Africa, even though I'd spent 9 years in yeshiva and I got my smicha from the chief rabbinate of Israel, and I just felt that I had not got the correct training to deal with the challenges facing the community. I felt totally ill-equipped to deal with the halachic she'elot and the challenges that people were dealing with in their personal lives, in their relations, and in their relation to Am Yisrael and to Medinat Yisrael.
I recall actually the night that we identified that unbelievable need for this program. We all got together to try and find a head for the kollel in Johannesburg, Glen Hazel. It was very apparent that we couldn't find any candidate, someone that will actually be able not just to be a Talmid Chacham, but to also be emotionally and intellectually able to connect to the community.
Until my wife turned to me and said, if you cannot find these rabbis, why don't you build a program to create such people?
Just over 10 years ago, I heard about this program. Rav Doron Podlashuk had come back from Shlichut. He had this idea that he was going to create this Manhigut Toranit program in Eretz Hemdah. It really sounded like a dream come true. And it was.
The Manhigut Toranit program was designed to create the next generation of rabbinic leaders and Talmidei Chachamim to empower, enrich, and transform communities around the world and back here in Israel.
I grew up in Eretz, but I do believe that there's a certain voice, a kol Torah, a voice of Torah that you can only get from Eretz Yisrael.
All the Jews all over the world are looking on Israel as the center of Jewish life. And this is something which is connecting them
to Torat Yisrael, to Am Yisrael, and to Eretz Yisrael in a most meaningful way.
Our Tachnit here at Manhigut Toranit, it's really special.
This is not just another Shlichut program.
Most kollelim, when a person has a question, he comes to the rabbi and he gets an answer. But here, the rabbi will come to you with a real-life question, and then you have to find the answer.
We'll give you everything you need, the best tools you could have, best staff, best teachers, to do the best job that you can do.
It really takes your knowledge to the next level, both in terms of the time, in terms of the quality of the Beit Midrash here in Eretz Hemdah, to be surrounded by Talmidei Chachamim of such high caliber, day in, day out.
Candidates go through a rigorous screening to join our program. We only take candidates that have already spent 6 or 7 years in yeshiva already, that have shown profundity in Torah and mastery, that we feel are people that are going to be able to connect with and inspire communities around the world. Once we have selected a few elite students that have shown that they have the character and the will and the drive, we take them to the next level.
The normal studies for semicha, or rabbinical ordination, only cover a limited amount of topics. In the Manhigut Toranit program, the rabbis study for Sidi Rabbi Semicha, which is a higher level semicha, which covers many more topics.
The training, the professional courses, mediation, counseling, looking at scenarios, simulations, and hearing from people who've done it before, hearing from other shlichim, other rabbanim who've gone out there, who've had their personal touch.
One of the beautiful things about the Manhigut Toranit program is that it not only trains the participants, but also provides training to their wives to empower them to go out and make a difference.
Manhigut Toranit, we put an emphasis on courses for the women in Taharat HaMishpacha, how to engage with people, deal with difficulties on Shlichut, and much more.
We learned from the first day that we're here, we're learning in order to serve Klal Yisrael. We're doing it because tomorrow it may help a fellow Jew in whatever place we're gonna go.
Another difficulty is how to take all the studies, which are mainly theory, and apply them to modern real-life situations. For that, we have the B'mar'eh Bazak program, where the Rabbanim receive real-life questions, and under the guidance of the Eretz Hemdah staff, they are trained to write answers and how to apply all that theory with sensitivity and compassion.
We have a commentary on Chumash, Keter Melech by Rav Eliyahu Silverman. We have the Tzurba Merabanan project.
Manhigut Toranit has taken this incredible program, translating it into English, annotating and elucidating it, which is now being learned across the world. Australia, Singapore, Eretz Yisrael, South Africa, England, United States, and Canada.
All of these projects, we are trying to make high-level Torah accessible to every Jew, wherever they are.
Our Shlichut Experience was fantastic. We were in a number of different roles. We built connections, we built relationships. I definitely think that we had an impact on people.
The recipe I learned for impact is a combination between personal relationship with individuals, insurers, with groups, as well as reaching out as far as you can to people through social media.
I'd like to thank the Manhigut Toranit program for all that you've invested in our community. You've created a new culture here, been part of creating a tremendous change.
The impact those rabbis and their families made on the UK Jewish community was a revolution.
They set an example for our entire community. We feel so blessed to have them, and we can only imagine what the future holds for them and us together as a team.
Without you, without your tutelage, without your training, we would not have these religious Zionist inspirational figures to give us so much of what they've learned.
I want to wish Manhigut Toranit and our partnership with Eretz Hemdah this incredible program of nurturing the highest level of deep, academic, scholarly, meaningful, transformative leadership continues ad Mea V'Esrim.
Ultimately, the Manhigut Toranit program is there to plant the seeds so that they're able to grow and bear fruit, and those fruit will give the sweetness of Torat Eretz Yisrael to every Jew wherever they are.
I think we must realize that after the 6-7 years studying in yeshivot and 8 to 10 years commitment of studying in the program, when they come back, they've got knowledge of 18 years of teaching Torah, and they've got the extra layer of understanding. Kol Yisrael arevim ze lazeh. They take Torat Eretz Yisrael to the diaspora and coming back enriched in other aspects that we can learn from each other.
Being on Shlichut is not just about, giving a shir here, a Devar Torah there, saying something, writing something, but it's really meeting people, connecting to people, having an impact on their day-to-day lives.
I feel that Manhigut Toranit gave me the vision and understanding that as one individual can make such a massive impact on the world.
Manhigut Toranit.
Manhigut Toranit.
Manhigut Toranit, llevando la Torah de Eretz Israel al mundo.
Manhigut Toranit bringt Torat Eretz Israel nach der Welt.
Bringt Torat Eretz Israel in die ganze Welt.
Bringing Torat Eretz Israel to the world.